Hi everyone, this video is about the business strategy analysis of Xiaoyu House. The purpose of this research is to find out that does Xiaoyu House has any competitive advantage. According to strategic management and competitive advantage concepts and cases, firms generate a competitive advantage through strategic management process. Therefore, we would do the internal environments and external environments analysis for Xiaoyu House. Then find out Xiaoyu House business level strategy and determine whether it can help the Xiaoyu House to create more economic value than other cafes. Xiaoyu House is a cafe famous for the matcha products, drinks, cakes, and even gelato. They are private blend sourced from Uju, Kyoto. There are only 2 branches in Melbourne, one are in Cheston Shopping Centre and one are in Emporium, Melbourne.
We'll start and begin with looking at the internal environment, which analyses and evaluates internal factors as well as opportunities and threats that will affect the operations of Xiaoyu House. Starting with the internal analysis, which looks at how resources, capabilities, and core competences link to create a competitive advantage. Starting with resources, we identified many Xiaoyu House has, such as having matcha as their main ingredient. Matcha has several health benefits, such as being higher in antioxidants than green tea. They also have good knowledge as they have a private blend of matcha which they provide in their products. Moving to capabilities, they have a convenience of buying because they are located in large shopping centres such as Chadstone and Emporium, which allows great transport links for customers to be able to come and purchase their products. They also have an effective brand promotion as they effectively display their products on social media, promoting it to those who follow or those who want more information on their brand. Next, we'll move on to talk about the core competencies. We identified 2 core competencies that Xiaoyu House has. The first one being serving high quality food and drink, which have several health benefits. Matcha, as we've already discussed, has several health benefits, but also it is new within Australia and not many companies do it or do it as good as Xiaoyu House. The next competitive advantage is that they market themselves with a high quality brand image. This not only does show the high quality of their products, but also will appeal to those customers that are looking for high quality, healthy matcha products. Moving on to look at how the core competencies lead to competitive advantages, we use the VRIN framework by Hanson ETL. Looking at our first core competency of serving high quality food and drink with several health benefits, we said it does have value because it exploits the new growth of superfoods and healthy foods that consumers are demanding. Also, it is rare as there's only a small amount of businesses that offer matcha products. However, it is not costly to imitate due to the low capital cafes need to set up, as well as the increasing supply and demand of matcha. It's easier to get now than before. We also said it is not non-substitutable because there's other healthy products such as green tea which offer healthy benefits. Moving to our next core competency, marketing themselves with a high quality brand image, we said it is valuable because people are looking for not just only healthy food and drinks, they are looking for high quality healthy food and drinks. However, it's not rare because small cafes generally market itself with a high quality brand, as that's one core competency they can really show to customers. It is, however, costly to imitate because building a brand is costly to start with and maintaining it is because one wrong move and the high quality brand can be destroyed. However, it's not non-substitutable because there's other cafes such as Standing Room Only, which operates in Melbourne universities, which offer a high quality brand image. Moving on to looking at the competitive advantage, using the table in Hanson et al., Serving high quality food and drinks which provide health benefits is a temporary competitive advantage, which means they are doing better than the competitor at the minute, but the competitor will soon catch up and then it will just turn it into a competitive parity. Marketing themselves with a high quality brand image is competitive parity, which means they are doing the same as the industry and competitors, but not better. And Collins and Montgomery say that businesses, in order to keep, maintain or create competitive advantages, they need to continuously invest in them to make it harder and harder for competitors to replicate them. Now we'll look at the SWOT analysis, which looks at factors that can affect the internal workings of KOT House. Strengths include that they are located at popular locations, so it's easily accessible for people to go and buy KOT House's products, as well as their main ingredient being Yuji Mocha, which has several health benefits which we have discussed. Weaknesses, however, include that they're operating in a niche market, so it means that the target market is narrow, which we'll talk more about later. The market is also dominated by big businesses which can eat away KOT House's potential sales and customers. Opportunities include the increase of preference of high quality, healthier food and drinks, which is what KOT House offers. Threats, however, include businesses such as Starbucks are trialling new products and existing products with matcha, which can potentially harm KOT House.
There are two focuses of external environment analysis, the industry and the competitors. Firstly, according to the statement of KOT House itself and the industry report from IBS World, this organization has been identified as a business in coffee industry, since it sells food and beverages to customers on premises. Based on this assumption, Porter's 5 forces model has been used as a tool to analyze if the industry is attractive. The first force is from potential new entrants, which is considered as a huge power. The cost of setting up a new cafe is quite small. The investment may be only consider the cost of raw materials and the rent. Besides, there's almost no customer switching cost. The customer could easily choose another cafe to set down. The rivalry among existing competitors are pretty high, since cafes are numerous in Australia, and the industry growth is quite slow, which is almost 0% change in 2018. The threat of substitutes may be medium, since we could find drinking or food services that mainly operate as takeaway or packaged tea or coffee that customers could easily make at home as substitutes. However, sitting in a cafe to enjoy time is still a different feeling, which is not replaceable by these substitutes. However, packaged tea could be a high threat from suppliers, since the tea house is actually using this packaged matcha powder as well. Especially, KOT House is using the most famous kind of matcha, which is produced from Yuji. The bargaining power of suppliers is quite high. There are plenty of competitors in the same strategy group for KOT House. One of the core strategies for a cafe is to create a nice environment that people could sit down and relax. Therefore, I use this element as one of the dimensions. Another dimension is the branding in market, which sometimes means how many market shares a cafe could gain from this industry. The position of each cafe is based on the number of Instagram followers and total revenue from last year. Starbucks is a good example that's a really well-known brand in the market, but because of the culture in Australia, customers may prefer a more unique environment rather than a cafe looks like a fast food restaurant. KOT House is a medium position, since it doesn't occupy a large space in both CBD and Cheston. And because they only provide matcha, the majority of their loyal customers are from Eastern country who loves matcha pretty much, but the locals usually prefer coffee. Cat Cafe Melbourne is in a similar situation since the people who loves cat will come all the way long to visit, but the customer group is quite specific. The other cafe are the general cafes in Melbourne. Some of them are more famous because their nice environment and product. For example, Seven Seed Cafe. While some of them could not provide enough space for styling, so they're less well known by the customers.
Business level strategy is known as a set of action which assists the entrepreneur in achieving specific business objectives. It is the master plan that the management uses to secure a competitive position in the market, carry on its operation, please customers, and achieve the desired ends of the business. Strategy is very important for a firm because strategy is the pattern of objectives, purposes, or goals, and major policies and plans for achieving the goals. There are 5 types of business level strategies. They are low cost, focus low cost, best cost provider differentiation, and focus differentiation. And there are 2 factors that influence a type of business strategy. They are target market, whether it is broad or narrow, and competitive advantage, whether it is low cost or differentiation. From analyzing the internal and external environment, we have identified that QT House uses a narrow differentiation strategy. Based on the core competencies, QT serving high quality products and deliver high quality brand image, and also located at affluent places such as Chadstone Shopping Center and Emporium. They don't offer low product quality such as regular coffee or tea, which make it specifically targeting people that have high interest towards products that related to matcha. So the target market will be the people that have high interest towards matcha or known as matcha lover. And since they charge premium price for the product and they are located at affluent places such as Chadstone, therefore they mostly target consumer from upper and middle income class. The strategy of marketing differentiation strives to create customer loyalty by uniquely meeting a particular need. Since QT having a well-defined target audience, it is important to identify and target the right customer in order to build customer loyalty and make the customer become the huge fans of the brand. There also must be variation in customer needs to create opportunities for segmentation and a viable niche position. QT have successfully offered a menu variations that will satisfy different type of customers, because at the end of the day, customer might decide whether they want tea, ice cream, dessert, or cake. QT successfully differentiate their business from the competitor as becoming one of the most well-known tea house that offer huge varieties and uses a high-quality ingredient. Other than focusing on latte and green tea drinks, they also offer other type of menus such as cake, parfait, dessert, and gelato. The product appeal may be psychological in the advertising, market segmentation, and prestige pricing are used to create favorable image. QT create a favorable image by conducting advertising through social media such as Instagram, which become viral among the food blogger and matcha lover. And lastly, QT House can charge a premium price for their products due to providing a product with high quality ingredients which have several health benefits and unique branding on the menu.
For the internal environment, we identify the resources, capabilities, and core competencies of QT House first. Then, using the VRIM framework, the sustainability of core competencies was confirmed. From the SWOT analysis, we can see that the strength of QT House is the specialty of Uji matcha, but there is also threats. Once other businesses see the popularity of matcha products, they would also promote matcha products and the specialty would lose. From this, we can see the importance of research on external environment. From the Porter's 5-process model, the cafe industry which QT House in has a high potential of getting new entrants, high competition, medium risk of substitutes, suppliers' power is high and buyers' bargaining power is low. On the other hand, QT House's performance is rather average than the other competitors in the strategic map. Combining the information we have from the research on internal and external environments, we determined that Coty House is implementing narrow differentiation strategy. The narrow differentiation strategy has been a success. It supports the mission which promote mainly the metro products and consistent with the objectives. Moreover, with the strategy, Coty House continue to expand their product list. This exploits opportunities and neutralizes threats at the same time. Therefore, can help Coty House to generate competitive advantage.